You're preparing for IELTS, and every time you sit down to write task 2, you think, where do I even start? What should I write first? How do I sound more natural and advanced? Don't worry, in this video, I will make everything crystal clear. I'll show you how to structure your essay correctly, what useful phrases you can use in every part, and of course, I will give examples for every phrase so you can use them immediately. Ready? Let's go! First, before we jump to phrases, you must understand the structure. It's simple. You need 4 parts. First, it's introduction, about 40 to 60 words. In this part, you will need to do 2 things. First, paraphrase the question. That's right, don't repeat the task. Show your ability to say the same idea in other words. For example, many people believe that learning online is better than traditional schools. You can say it is widely believed that online education has become more beneficial than studying in traditional classrooms. Then you need to give a clear opinion or introduce the topic. If the essay asks for your opinion, give it. If it doesn't, simply outline what your essay will cover. Your introduction should be short, clear, and straight to the point. Now, let's move to the body of the essay. Your first body paragraph is where you introduce your first main idea. This idea should directly answer the question. Start with a clear topic sentence. This tells the reader what your point is. Then, explain your idea in more detail. Show why your point is important. And finally, you must provide an example. It can be from your experience, something logical, or even from common knowledge. Remember, examples make your argument stronger and easier to understand. The second body paragraph is very similar in structure, but here you have 2 options. You can either continue supporting your opinion with a second idea or present an opposing view and explain why you disagree with it. Just like in the first paragraph, you need topic sentence, explanation, example, and finally, your conclusion. It should be short and simple. Just summarize your main points, and if the question asks, restate your opinion clearly. No new ideas, only a summary and your final viewpoint. So once again, remember this simple pattern. Introduction, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, and conclusion. If you follow this structure and support your ideas with clear explanations and examples, your essay will definitely look well organized and logical. Now, let's move to the most exciting part, phrases you can use in every part of your essay. I will show you phrases for each part and give you examples so you can understand how to use them naturally. Let's start with the introduction. These phrases will help you begin smoothly. Phrase number 1, nobody can argue that. This is a great way to introduce a very obvious fact or opinion. For example, you can say, nobody can argue that technology has changed our lives dramatically. Phrase number 2, there have been immense advances in. This is a perfect choice when you talk about progress or development. For example, there have been immense advances in medicine over the last decade. It immediately shows you are talking about change over time. Phrase number 3, it's quite common these days for people to. This is useful when you want to describe something very typical or usual. It's quite common these days for people to work from home. This sounds very natural and shows awareness of modern trends. Phrase number 4, there is no doubt that. This is very direct and confident, perfect for strong points. There is no doubt that global warming is a pressing problem. Phrase number 5, it has been widely noted that. This one sounds very academic and formal. For example, it has been widely noted that teenagers spend less time outdoors these days. Phrase number 6, it is often said that. This is a soft and polite way to introduce common beliefs. For example, it is often said that prevention is better than cure. Perfect when you don't want to sound too direct. Phrase number 7, in today's society. A very natural way to introduce any modern issue. In today's society, people rely heavily on their smartphones. It sounds very natural and modern. Phrase number 8, it is commonly believed that. This is a polite way to introduce opinions without sounding too strong. It is commonly believed that a university degree is necessary for a good career. Phrase number 9, it seems to be universally accepted that. This phrase sounds very advanced and formal. It is great when you are talking about something that most people agree on. It seems to be universally accepted that education plays a crucial role in personal success. It shows that the idea is widely recognized and your essay is part of that serious discussion. Phrase number 10, in recent years. This is perfect for topics that are new or have changed recently. In recent years, social media has become a powerful communication tool. Very useful when you want to show changes over time. Okay, now that we know how to start your essay, let's move on to the next step, developing your ideas. This is really important because the body paragraphs are the heart of your essay. Here you need to show not only what you think, but also explain why you think so. Let's look at some useful phrases that will help you do that naturally and clearly. Phrase number 1, first of all. This phrase is a classic way to introduce your first main point. It helps structure your ideas and show the examiner that you are organized. First of all, working from home allows employees to save time and money on commuting. It's simple but effective. Phrase number 2, to begin with, it is worth mentioning that. This is a very soft and polite way to start your argument. To begin with, it is worth mentioning that education is the key to a better future. That's perfect for balanced and thoughtful writing. Phrase number 3, a crucial aspect to highlight is, this helps make your point stand out. A crucial aspect to highlight is the impact of social media on teenagers. Good for strong arguments. Phrase number 4, one key factor to consider is. This phrase helps introduce very important ideas. One key factor to consider is the availability of resources. Sounds very clear and academic. Phrase number 5, a key point to take into account. This helps you draw attention to something special and essential. A key point to take into account is the cost of higher education. This phrase will help you show your critical thinking. Phrase number 6, the undeniable usefulness of is. This phrase makes your point sound very strong and convincing. The undeniable usefulness of renewable energy is its positive impact on the environment. Perfect for strong arguments. Phrase number 7, the most obvious advantage of something is something. When you want to highlight a clear benefit, this is your phrase. The most obvious advantage of online shopping is convenience. This is very strong and easy to understand. Phrase number 8, one of the main reasons why. This is great when you want to explain why this happens or why you think so. One of the main reasons why people choose online education is flexibility. Phrase number 9, the reasons for this trend may involve. This phrase is perfect when you want to show that the issue you discuss has different causes. The reasons for this trend may involve changing lifestyles and new technologies. It sounds very natural and analytical. Phrase number 10, you can say for those who choose. Use this phrase to introduce a specific group of people and their reasons. For those who choose public transport, affordability is the biggest advantage. Very useful in cause and effect essays. Okay, now let's talk about another important skill you need in IELTS writing, showing contrast and similarities. In almost every essay, you need to present different views or opposite sides of the argument or compare things. Let me show you the phrases which will help your essay stand out. Phrase number 1. However, this view is not without its limitations. This is a brilliant way to admit that while something might sound good, it still has its disadvantages. It makes your essay sound balanced and objective. However, this view is not without its limitations. Not everyone has access to online education platforms. It's a great phrase to introduce drawbacks politely. Phrase number 2. On the contrary, others believe that. It's perfect when you want to clearly show the opposite opinion. On the contrary, others believe that face-to-face education is far more effective than online learning. It signals to the reader that you're presenting a totally different perspective. Phrase number 3. In contrast, it is often claimed that. This one also shows an opposite view, but in a more academic and formal way. In contrast, it is often claimed that too much screen time is harmful to children's development. Use it when you want to sound serious and neutral. Phrase number 4. Conversely, some people maintain that. This is a very advanced phrase and is great for academic writing. It makes your essay sound very formal and sophisticated. Conversely, some people maintain that working long hours increases productivity. A great way to make your essay more dynamic. Phrase number 5. Unlike this view. This phrase allows you to directly compare two different opinions. Unlike this view, some believe that children should start school later to improve their health. It's short, clear, and useful. When you want to compare two positive or two negative things, use likewise or similarly. For example, you might say, likewise, many people enjoy working from home. Similarly, more teenagers and adults use social media daily. Good to make smooth connections between two similar topics. You can also use in the same way, equally, and correspondingly. These are more advanced ways to show similarity in your essay. In the same way, students need motivation to succeed. Equally, teachers should provide clear instructions. Correspondingly, their results improve. These phrases are perfect for academic writing. You can also use this phrase, both these and this. This is a great way to show that two things share the same feature. Both young and old people are affected by climate change. This phrase is simple, but it might be effective in your essay. Now, let's finish our structure with the most important part, the conclusion. Stay with me because this part will help you complete your essay perfectly. So, the phrase number 1, in conclusion. It's simple, it's classic, but it's always effective. In conclusion, technology has both advantages and disadvantages, but its benefits outweigh the drawbacks. Always a safe choice when finishing your essay. Phrase number 2, to summarize. This is a great alternative when you don't want to repeat in conclusion. To summarize, both public and private transport have their pros and cons. It sounds clear and to the point. Phrase number 3, my view is that. This phrase is good when you need to restate your opinion clearly. My view is that governments should invest more in education than in space research. Remember, if the task asks for your opinion, you must restate it. Phrase number 4, finally. This is great for adding your final thought in a natural way. Finally, I believe every country should prioritize healthcare. Good for casual but clear conclusions. Phrase number 5, to sum up. This is another alternative to in conclusion and sounds very natural. To sum up, Physical activity and a healthy diet are essential for good health. A nice phrase to avoid repetition. Phrase number 6, overall. This is excellent when you want to give a general opinion about the whole discussion. Overall, I believe that both parents and schools share responsibility for children's education. It gives your conclusion a balanced feel. Phrase number 7, taking everything into consideration. This phrase is great when you want to show that you have carefully thought about all the arguments. Taking everything into consideration, I firmly believe that renewable energy is the best option for the future. Sounds very advanced and thoughtful. Phrase number 8, ultimately. Use this when you want to stress your final decision or opinion. Ultimately, education is the key to solving many social problems. It sounds serious and strong. Phrase number 9, therefore, it can be concluded that. This is more formal and academic, great for IELTS. Therefore, it can be concluded that stricter laws are necessary to reduce pollution. Perfect when you want to sound serious. And finally, phrase number 10. It is reasonable to infer that. This is another advanced way to end your essay. Thus, it is reasonable to infer that balanced diets lead to healthier lives. It makes your conclusion sound analytical. So, as you can see, there are so many ways to finish your essay naturally and effectively. Just remember, no new ideas in the conclusion. Simply summarize your main points and, if asked, give your final opinion. This is your last chance to impress the examiner, so make it count. And that's it. Now you know how to start, develop, contrast, compare, and conclude your writing task 2 essay. Practice these phrases and you will sound much more natural and advanced. If this video was helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave the comment below. Which of these phrases are you going to use in your next essay? Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video.